Okay, so last time we have discussed uh, tautology, contradictions, contingency, and logical equivalence, and validations of argument. So all these things which we have discussed in previous sessions. Now, in logical equivalence, it means P implies Q, which is and if I say that not Q implies not P, then both are logical equivalence. As if you draw a truth table, then or P implies Q implies not P, Q implies not P, which give you a tautology. Okay, so these things which we have already discussed, and mainly these three logical equivalence, mainly we use first one which I write here right now. Okay, so P implies Q, which is logical equivalent. Okay, which is logical equivalent to not P, not Q implies not P. Okay, and the second one. Okay. Implies Q, which is logically equivalent to not Q, not P, or Q, not P or Q. So if you will find out this table for these both statement or propositions, then at the end you get the tautology. So P implies Q, which is equivalent to not P or Q. And third one, E, if and only if. Okay, biconditional here, if and only if Q, which is also logically equivalent to P and Q or not P and not Q. Okay, so this mainly these three logical equivalents which we use in to prove some substitutions. Okay, somewhere like instead of P implies Q, you can substitute as not P or Q. Okay, or P implies Q, which is also logical equivalence to not Q implies not P, and P if and only if Q. So which is also a logical equivalence to P and Q or not P and not Q. So if you draw the truth table, then for P implies Q implies not Q implies not P, which give you a tautology. Similar manner here, P implies Q implies not P or Q, which also give you a tautology, and P if and only Q implies P and Q or not P or and not Q, which give you a tautology. Okay, or you can say that for in truth table this P if and only Q, and for this also P and Q or not P and not Q, or you get the same column. For this P implies Q, and for not P or Q you get the same column. Okay, so now, and so you can draw the truth table for these three, and you can check this logical equivalence. Okay, now we are going to be discuss the duality duality law. Now duality law, it means the in formula of the statement P and P star, which are said to be dual of each other if either one can be obtained by replacing and or by or by and. Like suppose, okay, so if I have this one statement one like this, if I have P and Q, okay, P and Q for R, then the dual of this statement P and Q or R, which we can write here like, say this is dual above statement, which I write now. So what I get here, uh, P or Q, P or Q and R. Okay, so you have to replace n by or and or by n. So these two statements which are dual of each other. So suppose if I call this statement as P, okay, if I call this statement as capital P, like, and this dual which I call P star, okay, P star, denote as P star. So which is a dual of P, okay, P star is a dual of P. So dual of each other, like P is a dual of P star and P star is a dual of P. Okay. And see if in formula, if you of the statement P contains some special variable T or F, then uh, its dual P star is obtained by replacing T by F or F by T. Okay. So this is the law of duality, in which just you have to replace n by or and or by n, then you get the dual of a statement. One another example I give you for duality, like as I have said, if said that if you have some special like P and Q, P and Q or T. Okay, instead of here you have given a special variable, okay, like T. T it means which represents, as we know that, which represents for true value. So if I want to write the dual P star, okay, P star for it, what I get here, P star which I get, like suppose above statement if I call it capital P, okay, then P star here, which I get now. This P and Q, so I get P or Q, P or Q and NT instead. Okay, or T. It means now I get and F and F and okay. Similar manner, duality for not P or Q. P or Q. What we can say for not P or Q? Okay, right. This is my statement. Capital P. Then P star, which I get here. Not not P and Q. Now another one. P we have here. I call this P capital P as proposition or statement. Generally we use. And if I have this another one bracket not of not P, not P implies Q or R and T, R and T. Now capital T, which is a special notations here. Okay, R and T, which represents for truth value. Okay, so now what we can say about dual here, dual of this. So first of all, as we know that not P implies Q. Okay, so I have to write in terms of and or. So implications is I have already write here. P implies Q. P implies Q, which is nothing but not P or Q, not P or Q. So what we can say about here for this not P implies Q, which is exactly equal to, if I want to write which is exactly okay. So here I write is equal to okay, is we know that P implies Q, which is equivalent to not P or Q. So now not P implies Q, which is equivalent to not of not P. Okay, so first I write in bracket not P or Q. Okay, so these implications which equivalent to P implies Q, which is equivalent to not P or Q. So here not P implies Q, which is equivalent to not of not P or Q. And we have also here for R and T. Okay, now this is equal to okay, now this is equal to what P NQ or not of not P. Okay, so according to involution, here I get P or Q or in bracket R and T. So this is the interpretation of our statement P here. By using logical equivalence, we can represent this statement P in this manner. Now I want to write dual statement of P. So what I can say here, P or Q. So I can write as instead of now or I can write N. So P and Q. Okay, P and Q and R or T. R or T. R or F. Sorry, R or F. Okay, so which is a dual of P, dual of each other, P and P star, which is dual of each other. So is it clear for everyone? Is it clear?
सर
Yes.
सर सेकंड नंबर जो सेकंड पॉइंट है सर उसमें सर वो एंड फॉल्स है क्या सर और ट्रू है क्या सर?
See here, if P is you have given P and Q or T. Yes, T represent true
ओके सर,
and F represents
ओके सर,
false. Okay,
ओके
so
सर,
when you write the uh, dual statement for the given statement, then you have to replace N by or and or by N, and if T by F and F by T. Okay, so here same thing which I have done here as we have P or Q, so I have write P and Q, and here we have or, then I have used N and R and T. So R or instead of T now I have to write F, R or F. Okay, is it clear?
यस सर.
Okay, fine. So now one more example.
सर
Yes.
सर 4 का सेकंड लाइन एक बार रिपीट कीजिए.
Yes, second line. Yeah.
यस
See,
सर.
see, we if I want to write the dual statement, so for and I can write or, and for or I can write n, and for special variable t and f I can interchange for t by f or f by t. Now here for implications, so I have to use the logical equivalence. As we know that logical equivalence here is, I have already told, if you do the truth table for p implies q and not p or q, then you get the same column. Okay, so and if you write the implications, then both are, you get the tautology, and so this both statement p implies q, which are logical equivalence, not p or q. So p implies q, which is logically equivalent to not p or q. Okay, not p or q. So instead of this p implies q, I can write not p or q because both represent the same column in truth table. Okay.
डन सर.
Okay. So here, instead of p implies q, we have given not p implies q. So if I apply the negations on not p, which is nothing but the p. Okay. So p or q, which I get here. Clear? Now, fifth statement, which I give you here. P if and only q. Okay, in bracket n not r implies s. Okay, s is another statement here now. PQRS. So we have a for statement now, and so for that I want to write the dual statement. So I call this is my P, and now I want to write P star. So first of all, before writing the P star, I write here which is equal interpretations of this above statement as which is equal to, now see P if and only if, so logically which is equivalent to, which I have right here, see which is logically equivalent to P and Q or not P and not Q. Okay, P if and only if Q, which is logically equivalent to P and Q or P not P and not Q. Okay, so P and Q. So I instead of this P if and only if Q, which I can write as P and Q or not P and not Q. Okay, so which is a logically equivalent to P if and only if Q. Now we have given and, okay, and not R implies S. So now which is logically equivalent to, so first of all which I have, this I have to write in a bracket. So what I do now, and not R implies S. So what it means, not of not R or S. Okay, is it clear? Now which is equal to, I can say that this is P and Q. Okay, now I can apply this, I can write the dual statement as, okay, so first of all this not of not R, which I can say that R, okay, and R or S, R or S, okay, and this is fine. So if I want to write P star or dual P star S, now what we can say, so this is, now in this above statement instead of and I have to write or. Okay, instead of or I have to write n. Okay, so instead of 10 I have to write or. Instead of n here or. And this negations of negations again are itself here, and r or r in r and s. Okay, so this is the dual statement for, okay, is it clear for everyone now? This P then,
Yes, sir.
okay. So this is the duality. Now, tautological implications. Next topic is tautological logical implication. Now, what it means? So, for a compound propositions is said to be tautological imply a compound propositions. Okay, if and only if P implies Q is a tautological. Okay, P implies Q is tautology. So, uh, tautological implication, is it clear? Like, suppose you have statement P and Q, then P implies Q. If you get P implies Q is a tautology, then we call say it tautological implications. So here P, it means now it might be any statement like this. Okay, not P implies Q or R and T, and another statement Q you have. Then for that, if you get P implies Q, which is a tautology, then we can say that which is a tautological implications. So okay, with these things which we can understand by the example. So here I write okay, if you have two statement P and Q, then P implies Q is tautology, then we can say that which is a tautological implications. And here we have to say that true for given statement, true the following tautological implications. So I write TI. Okay, tautological implication as in short form by using truth table. Okay, by using truth table. So I call it TT in short form. Okay, so prove the following tautological implications by using truth table. Okay, and here we have now prove the following tautological implications by using truth table. And we have given a statement as P implies Q implies in bracket P implies P and Q. So these statements we have given and prove the which is a tautological implication. Okay. So for that I have to draw an truth table. So okay, we require here these tools. We have here P and Q only. Okay. So first I write here P and Q. P implies Q. So P implies Q, which I write as P implies Q. And then P implies Q, then P and Q. P and Q. Okay. Then P implies bracket P and Q. And now we have in bracket P implies Q implies in bracket P implies in bracket P and Q. Okay. So P implies Q implies P bracket P implies P and Q. Okay. So if this which I get tautology, this column, then I can say that which is a tautological implications. Okay. Is what we have given. Yeah. So P implies Q implies P implies P and Q. So P implies Q implies P implies Q and P and Q. Now what I can write here is T T F F. Okay. So now here T F T F. Can say about P implies Q. T implies T T. T implies F F. F implies T T and F implies F T. And what we can say about P and Q, T and P, P, T and F, F, F and T, F, F and F, F. Okay, now P implies P and Q. So P we have T and T implies T, which I get P. T implies F, which I get F. F implies F, which I get P. F implies F, which I get P. Okay. Now this which I write in this column, P implies P and Q, which I have find out here. Now P implies which I have find out in third column. Okay, and so P implies Q, which is implied to this third column implies to fifth column. So T implies T, what I get T. F implies F, which I get T. T implies T, which I get T, and T implies T again T. Okay, so we don't require this column. Okay, so here see in this column you can see each here we get T T T T. So this represents a tautology. So it suggests that this statement is a tautological implication. Is a tautological implication. So is it clear for everyone? First of all, these tautological implications.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear for everyone? Okay. So this is a tautological implications we call it. Now second one. Okay, so I give you second one. Now you have to try by yourself, which is you have to show that which is a tautological implications or not. Okay. So first P or Q. I write here P or Q. N in bracket P implies Q. And Q implies P. Implies R. Okay, so P or Q and P implies, sorry, P implies R here. P implies R. P or Q and P implies R and Q implies R. Sorry, Q implies R. Implies R. Okay, so you have to find out this. So first of all, try yourself and show that which is a tautological implications or not. At the end, if you get as a column all R values as a true value, then you can say that which is a tautological implications. Okay, so try yourself and find out. Okay, but just find out its tautology. What about others? Okay, Harshil say no, it's not tautology. Oh, not to, Sonu Yadav said not tautology. So I again say try yourself. Okay. Check yourself. Okay, again as I have right here P O Q and P implies R and Q implies R. Okay. So in table, what you have to find out? What you have to find out? So I saw only that in table what you have to find out. Okay, I will not draw a whole table right now, but first you have to write P, then Q, then R. Now P, okay, P or Q, then you have to write down P implies P implies R, and Q implies R. Okay, then now P or Q and P implies R and Q implies R. So this three statement, I think we don't need this to follow. So what I have to write here? P or Q and which end? Okay, and I have P implies R and Q implies R. Okay. And which is implies to R. So if I call this R as B, okay, here in bracket I write this, which is equal to V, and if I call which is equal to A, okay, this statement I call which is equal to A, then now I have to here so that A implies B. Okay, now here we require this is P, 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 okay, and F, 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 okay. Here P, P, F, F, P, P, F, F, and which is P, F, T, F, T, F, T, F. Now P or Q, P or Q. So I get this is P, P, T, 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 F, F. Okay, P or Q. Now P implies R. P implies R. So T implies T. T implies T. T. T implies T. T. T implies T. F implies T. T. F implies T. T. F implies F. T. and F implies FT. Okay. F implies FT, F implies T, F implies FT. Okay, fine. So T, P implies R. So T implies F. Here we have P implies R. So T implies F, which I get T, here F. As P implies R. So T implies F, which I get F. Again, here we have T implies F, so which I get F. Okay. T implies T, T, T implies F, F, T implies T, T, T implies F, F, F implies T, T, F implies F, which I get T, F implies T, T, F implies F, F. Okay. And Q implies R. Now Q implies R. So T implies T, T. सामने साइड नहीं रख इसका okay, so Q implies R, which I get F T here. Okay, F implies T, it means T. F implies F T, T implies T T, and T implies F F, F implies T T, and F implies F T. Okay, now we have P or Q and P implies R, and so if all three are true, then we get true. Now then we have false, true, false, true, false, false, false. Now A implies B. So A implies B. So T implies T, I get T. F implies F, I get T. T implies T, I get T. F implies F, I get T. T implies T, T. And F implies F, T. F implies T, which is also T. And F implies F, T. Okay, so I get tautology here. Is it clear for everyone? Okay,
सर ए समझ में नहीं आया सर.
कौन सा नहीं समझ में आया?
ए सर.
A. Yeah. See, if all these three columns which are true, then we get true. As we have here and. Okay, and. Like this P or Q and P implies R. So if both are true, then we get true. Again, which is also with and with Q and R. So if all these three are true, then we get true here. Clear? If one
Yes,
of
sir, then-
okay. Now no, not left to right. It is not like left to right as what implies. Like see here, A implies B. A implies B. Then you have to look here. T implies T. So A implies B. It means here T implies T is T implies T. It means T. F implies F. It means T. T implies T. It means T. F implies F. It means according to the implication table. Implication table. Okay. P implies Q table, which we have already done. We have to go from. Okay. Is it clear now, Harshil? Okay, fine. I think time is over. So I have to stop here. Okay. Yes, we have start from 11:15. So 12:15. Okay.